In this video today, we are going to be talking about how to create and view open work orders and also talk a little bit about the important information on a work order. So the first thing that we might be asking is, what is a work order? A work order is basically a file that we make inside of our iScribe staff tools every time you have a customer write you a letter telling you that they want a specific set of tasks to be completed. So suppose you have someone that writes you a letter and they say, listen, you're my new agent. I would like you to log into my Facebook, log into my email, print out any messages or new friend requests that I might have. So you might have multiple things that they want you to do in a single letter, but all of those things are going to be done in one work order. So an easy way to look at this is every time you get a new letter from a customer, you create a new work order for them. And the way that we manage work orders is, this is very important. You don't always have to do a work order the very same day you receive it. We promise them that within 5 to 10 business days they will hear back from you about a work order, or it should be completed unless it is long or incredibly detailed and it requires more time. But either way, you will be informed within 5 to 10 days that it is long or that you need more time to do it. So as soon as you get a letter in the mail, what we do is we go through all of our letters and we create a new work order. And since this is such a common task and it is something that we do almost more than any other task, it is the very first link in the left-hand navigation. So we can click create a new work order. And for now, we're going to use our test account. So you'll have all of your customers listed here. And the easiest way to find a customer is just to click the list open and then type the first few letters of their last name. So here we're going to go account, and so I typed ACC and pressed enter, and test account comes in. Staff comments, you don't need to worry about that. Just click create work order. So as you can see that it just made that work order. It accidentally logged me out for some reason. But if I click show open work orders, you should be automatically redirected to this open work order page. You will see all the current work orders that you have open. And on the far right, you will see this called Days Old. And Days Old is showing you how long it's been since you've opened up that work order. So this is why it's important that as soon as you get a work order in the mail, even if you're not going to actually do all the stuff that they want you to do inside of the letter, that you create a work order for that customer. All right, because that way you can just log into the system, view your open work orders, and know how long every customer that you have a waiting letter, how long they've been waiting for. So here, since this is just made right now, it is 0 days old. But as you can see, there's some other ones that I've made that are 10 days and 21 days old, and obviously those should just be deleted, but I don't know why they're not, but it's good for the purpose of instruction. And you can see that all of them are color coded. So green means low priority, meaning you still have time. Orange means that it's in risk of being late for the customer, and red means that it's overdue and that we will be notified that it's overdue, and so we will probably be sending you a message asking what the problem is with this work order, why it hasn't been completed. So to view an open work order, you click like I said, you can click show open work order. So after you've created a work order, over here right underneath it you see show open work orders. So you create one by clicking create a new work order, and then you should be redirected to open work orders right after you make one, but if not, you can always just click show open work orders and it'll take you to show you every single customer that you have an existing work order for. Every single customer can only have one work order open at a time, so before you'll be able to make another work order for them, you'll have to finish the first work order or click delete work order. Now, as you can see here, in order to view the work order, we just click their name. Alright, so now that we have clicked their name, we can see a whole new screen has popped up. In this screen right here, there's a few important things. Right on the top, you see a big button for close work order. And that obviously is something that we do not use until we are done doing everything that the customer requested for us to do with their account. So after we've, let's say, checked their email or checked their Facebook or printed out stuff for them, whatever it is that they're asking you to do, after we've done all this, then we would close the work order. There's also a link right by it that says view another work order. So let's say you're like, oh, I can't do this right now, or I need to wait for more information, so let's go back and start on a different one. You can click view another work order and it'll take you back to your open work orders. However, right underneath it is their email account. And this is, we put this here because almost every single account that you do work on, this email address is going to be their login information. So anytime you need to log in to a customer's account, this is right up here, just so you can double click, just so you can triple click. You can triple or quadruple click, whatever your settings are, and it will highlight this. Then you can right click and click copy, or as you can see, you can press Control C once it's highlighted. And once you press Control C, you can then just go into the login. You can go into the login page, and as you see, I'll just press Control V over here and it just does it. So this is just something that's easy to use. Just get used to knowing that their email address is always here. You can triple click it, quadruple click it, and then copy it, and then you can paste it. So that way you don't have to type. You just have it always there for when you're logging in. For most of our customers, we select the password customer123, all in lower caps. That is customer123, and that is usually going to be the password for most customer accounts. All right, so underneath it, it'll say, hey, this is a work order for last name, comma, first name. Then underneath it, the important thing is it'll show how many credits they have. And credits are basically our system for managing how much purchasing power this credit has. So everything that we do for a customer, from logging into one of their accounts to checking their email to printing stuff off, has a certain amount of credits. And the way that you can think of credits are pennies. That's essentially what they are, because 1 credit equals 1 penny. So if you purchase 100 credits, that's $1. Obviously no one would do that. But if you purchase 1,000 credits, that's $10, etc. So all you have to do really just to figure out how much it is you just move the decimal point over 2. So this is 11194. So move the decimal point over in front of the 9, and we have $111.94 is what they have on their account. The next thing here is the work order ID. The work order ID is just something that I might ask you for when doing some type of troubleshooting, something you don't really need to worry about. And then what you have next is the estimated work order cost. And this changes as you add more items to the current work order. And then what I'll show is the tentative credit balance, which means, hey, how much will they have left after this work order? So it's just easy information analytics for you to see on there. Over on the right hand side, we will see the task, add a new task area. So there's different categories of tasks. There's all these categories, and they should be included inside of the cheat sheet that I gave you inside of the Google Drive. This cheat sheet is right here. It is called the task descriptions doc, and under all of these it shows you every task that we do for customers, all the categories, and all the inside of every category, every single task or charge that you can charge a customer underneath it. I advise you to print this out and keep this handy until you memorize where all the items are located, because when you first start working, the biggest thing that's going to slow you down is figuring out how to charge a customer, figuring out where the charge is located under all of these, 10 or 9 or 10 categories. So when you click a category, let's say messages, we will see send messages, get messages, look up a username to message. So these are the tasks that you can charge, and these right here are those are the categories on top of it. And the quantity is for how many you're going to be charging. And once you're done, you just click create a new task. So let's say, for instance, that this person wanted us to upload a new photo. We would go in there, we would press 1 to upload the new photo, then we would click create task. And as you can see, a new task pops up here. Let's say they ask us something else. Let's say they ask us to get all of their messages, right? And let's say they had a total of 5 messages that we got for them. We would type 5 in the quantity. Then we would click create task. And now we have 2 items entered into one work order. So 2 tasks entered into one overall work order. And you can see that the estimated work order cost now has changed to $425, and then the estimated credit balance when they're done has changed to $10,769. So this right here is basically the work order form. Now let's say you want to leave a message for the customer based upon each task. So let's say we uploaded their new photo and we want to let them know we uploaded a certain photo. Hey, we uploaded the photo of you and your mother. Hope this is satisfactory. So now that we've done that, we can click. Don't press enter. You have to click add content, and it will say content submitted. And that means that when we print out their receipt, when we're all done, that underneath that charge, that specific charge, there's going to be a note from you, so that they know that, hey, this note from you is in regards to this task, which is photos, upload new photo. And you can do this for every single one of them. If you've accidentally made a mistake and go, oh crap, this wasn't the task that I wanted to do, or let's say you said, oh crap, I have entered 5 messages when in reality it was 6 messages, you can click click delete task. It'll prompt you to confirm. Then you can go back to messages, click get messages, and we can type in 8 instead and click create new task. And now everything is modified, of course. So on the side here, the one last thing that you might need to see is their address. And this is for if you need this address for anything, like if they want you to include an address in their profile or pen pal ad or anything like that. This is another one of those things, just like the email address, where you will have to type a lot, and it will just save you a lot of time to just copy it and paste it. Underneath it, you can see a CS reply to receipt. This is a customer service reply, and we have automated customer service questions that you can add, that you can automatically add to the end of a work order. So as you can see here, we can click, let's say, Facebook, and let's say they have a question about Facebook, where what does following someone on Facebook mean? You can click that, and then you can click yes and add that customer service question to the bottom of it. I hope that this video has been informative, and we will get in more into the nuts and bolts of everything else as we go forward in our video series. If you have any questions, as usual, you can type them below into the comment section, and I will do them for you.